And the jewel of Baalbek, the temple of Bacchus. Check this out. Man, how well it's preserved. Look at all those columns, one after another. Here's a piece of the ceiling that fell. And the sculptures. Yeah, I can't even reach them. But man. Okay, so without a doubt, this is probably the masterpiece of the Temple of Baalbek. Check this out. Incredible. The design of the line, it's perfect. May have been a little waterfall, a little fountain with water coming out of its mouth. Another example, this is the Temple of Bacchus, the Temple of Dionysus. And check out the people walking by the columns. Little ants. And here we have it, guys, the last seconds of the day. Beautiful, beautiful sunset here, very colorful. We have seen snow from down in Beirut, but wasn't expecting this much snow. I mean, a month ago, this would have been completely covered. So if on one side it's closed with a wall, on this side you get a whole bunch of barbed wire. Incredible. So managed to capture some photos and now a little bit of video for the first time talking into the video. This is quite unique. This is a boat ride through the cave. Check this out. Outstanding. And just near Our Lady of Lebanon, we have St. Paul's Cathedral. Just in front of the statue. And you can see the beautiful, exquisite church behind it. How about more ancient ruins? Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode from Lebanon. This time from Anjar, at the border with Syria. A small little archaeology site. This site was actually founded by the Umayyads. So an interesting thing compared to the other archaeology sites. You know, it looks very Roman, it looks very Greek. But it was founded by the Muslims sometime around the 8th century. Not extremely big, but the location is quite nice, surrounded by hills. Some columns here and there. I'll show you guys a little bit more while we reach the main highlights of the site. A lot of well-preserved arches throughout the site. Here we have some examples, but also in front of us. And at the beginning, as you have seen in the video, and all the way in the background right there. You can't see very well the mountains in the back, but yeah, we're very close to the mountains, and you can see the snow capped right there. Beautiful. Again, I think we're 6 or 7 kilometers away from the Syrian border. We have made this route when we went to Syria. Pretty much the identical way to come to Anjar. And what's left of the palace of the citadel. Yeah, I'm actually running out of memory on my camera and as well as on my phone. dumbass Gino switched the little bags that I carry my camera and other stuff, and I have forgot to put the memory cards in the new one. So yeah, I just have the one that I had in my camera originally, and what I have my SD card on my phone. Beautiful. Again, the Corinthian example. Superb. So yeah, if you do come to Lebanon, if you go to Baalbek, definitely make a quick stop. 30 minutes won't hurt. They do have a lot of columns here, and a lot of Corinthian ones actually, with beautiful designs. Completely packed with pine trees as well here at Anjar. The smell so far everywhere we went in the countryside of Lebanon has been fantastic. And made it to the city of Baalbek as well to visit the largest Roman site here in Lebanon. But before heading there, we have stopped at one of the Roman quarries where they excavated the rocks in order to take them to the ancient site. But check out this base, this column, whatever you want to call it. Originally they wanted to take this and use it as the base for the Temple of Jupiter, but some scholars said it was way too small, which does not look like it. It's humongous. This is, you know, some people consider it one of the largest stones in the world, and it does look quite humongous. And we have made it to the main site of Baalbek. Check out the grand entrance. This is way more grand than you see in the photos online. I mean, check out, there's a guy right there. Check out how colossal the columns are. And the jewel of Baalbek, the temple of Bacchus. Check this out. Man, how well it's preserved. Look at all those columns, one after another. Okay, so without a doubt, this is probably the masterpiece of the Temple of Baalbek. Check this out. Incredible. The design of the line, it's perfect. May have been a little waterfall, a little fountain with water coming out of its mouth. You would think that the nose, some parts of the hair, the ear, whatever would be destroyed, but it's perfectly intact. Check this out. A picture of the lion in the Temple of Jupiter. Deep down into the heart of the archaeology site. Yeah, it's humongous. And everything, like I said, colossal. Okay, so here's the example. There's a guy right there walking at the base of the columns of the Temple of Jupiter. Yeah, humongous. And for the first time on the journey in Syria and in Lebanon, this is the first place that we actually see a whole bunch of tourists. I mean, comparison-wise, a whole bunch of tourists. For as big as the site is, there's still, you know, very little tourists. Most likely back in the day, this was completely packed. You know, I mean, we walked probably, I would say 100 meters or so from where we saw the Temple of Jupiter and Temple of Bacchus. Yeah, it's quite extreme. I mean, the size you would not imagine. I mean, seeing photos, they will not do justice. Photos, videos, unless you get the scale, the perspective, if you have people there, if you have something else to compare with, because it's gigantic. Another example, this is the temple of Bacchus, the temple of Dionysus, and check out the people walking by the columns, little ants. And another lion, and another lion, and another lion. The designs are just remarkable. I know, like I said, I keep repeating, but man, really hard to explain at times how big the whole complex actually is. Now we realized when we were at the previous stone that was supposed to be the base, and the architects said it's actually going to be way small for the temple of Jupiter, for the temple of Zeus. Yeah, we kind of realized that they were actually right. As big as that rock, even though it claims to be the biggest rock in the world, currently is still way small for the base of this temple, the temple of Jupiter or Zeus, depending if it's Roman or Greek. The details and the crumbles, these are literally pieces just left here, and in other places this would be probably one of the highlights, and they're just laying here with a whole bunch more other stones, part of columns, part of temples, part of, you know, this whole complex, which is gigantic. The stairs leading towards the temple of Jupiter. Yeah, humongous. And at the base of what's remaining of the temple of Jupiter, some of the designs, they're so well preserved here in this limestone. I mean, some of them, they're so well, it look like they were actually made a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago. So right now we would be inside the temple of Jupiter, underneath the temple of Bacchus. I'm referring to the Roman names just because, you know, that's when the period that we have the temple is from. So right now filming with the wide angle, and I cannot get both temples into the image. That's how humongous they are. Most likely from somewhere there I can catch one part of Bacchus and one part of Jupiter.
Hold me close till the sunrise. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright.
And the indoor of the temple itself. Yeah, no need for words. And just outdoor near the column at the ceiling, check out the design there, how well preserved it is. Has some statues there in the middle. Man. Here's a piece of the ceiling that fell. And the sculptures. Yeah, I can't even reach them. But man. Check out this flower. Perfect example. Perfect carving. Man. And of course, the front view of the Temple of Jupiter. Imagine the temple spanning from there all the way to where the lion head was, around 40 meters or so. Here's a super cool shot with the ceiling, the columns of Bacchus and the columns of Jupiter.
Breaking free from the long night, only close to the sunrise. Everything is gonna be alright.
So that was it from the Temple of Bacchus, from the ancient site of Baalbek. Yeah, it was extraordinary. Again, I think I said the word extraordinary, beautiful, superb, whatever, all the attributes that you can think of. And yeah, it deserves all those attributes.
See the flame